push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific in their win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
On second down, there's the option going left. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter,
yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Back to throw. Pope. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught by Allen. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. Finding space at the 40. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds Ivory here. This will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Completes this one to Starks. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. This is Brown going up the middle, and he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Now a carry for Allen. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Pope.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 43. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. Caught. This is Ivory. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 21 yards there on 3rd down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 3. Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
On the toss, this is Jim Brown. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They will toss to Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now. Toronto in possession of the football. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll drop to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Takes it at the 7. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. The partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from the sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Taking it about the 16. So here are the Chargers to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. They defer to Brown to start. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And a chance to make this a double whammy as they start this drive already in great field position.
Yeah, a couple of really good punches, don't you think? I mean, bam, bam, and be able to lay in another one. That's exactly what they're looking for. What a great start for them.
Like a prize fighter.
I love it.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. Good strength, gets him a little extra and gets them some breathing room as he's tackled shy of the 10. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Gray. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. The Chargers at 9-2 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gray. The offense on third down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. An inside give, Brown. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Pope. That's going to be caught downfield by Anderson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Pope. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. To throw on 3rd down. Pope. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Chargers ready to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's complete. This is Starks.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 19-point game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Throwing on 1st down. Pope. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he's got his big tight end here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pope, he's going to air one out for Anderson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
Wow,
to wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So we've reached halftime here at SoFi Stadium with the Chargers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to the Motor City to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. 26-7 was your final. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Trey Lance has thrown a touchdown pass. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Pope. And that's incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really...
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
It only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
So out come the Chargers. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. They give it to Brown, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Back to throw here. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's got room. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Brown. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Brown will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Now the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Pope. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Pope. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gray. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Handing it off to Brown. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Following the fumble recovery, Pope. Allen's got it complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. To throw on 2nd down, Pope. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Operating from the gun, Pope. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They go play action here on 1st down. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll run with Allen. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Takes it at the 7. The Chargers getting set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Completes this one to Starks. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He finds Ivory here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Back to throw again. And this pass caught by Gray. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running right, here's Brown. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Right back to Brown. And some space here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 48 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Pope. And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field is, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden, you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
That would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen to the National Football League.
We certainly have.
2nd and 9 now. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's a give to Brown. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They try and run forward here with Brown. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Pope complete. Jefferson the target. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pope. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Pope. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Pope. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. This is Brown going up the middle. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And oh, he coughed it up and picked up by the Chargers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they can run this score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Pope. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with.
to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to them and keep picking up good yardage.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the home team here, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.